Hello, good evening, folks. Welcome to the second session of IT Business Analyst Training, a boot camp for ServiceNow program. My name is Sudesh. I'm the CEO and founder of Lead Techno Consulting. We are an IT staffing company and a training company. Monday we completed our first session of our program, and we uploaded the videos and we have sent the videos to you and also on the YouTube channel. So this program is IT business analyst specialization in ServiceNow program because ServiceNow is a very trending technology and there's a lot of requirement in development area. And as a BA, it's an easy for you to move into this role. Okay. And we welcome you all. You're part of the second day of the complimentary session. The next session is on Friday. I welcome you all. We have our gentleman trainer, Mr. Vishal Dev. He's an expert in this technology. He's going to teach you the complete workflow of ServiceNow technology, right from the configuration point of view, right from the UI interface, and also from the integration. You got to be a subject matter expert, and this gives you a lot of job opportunities. So that's your first phase. Second phase of training is the full stack IT business analyst training, which will come later on. I will offer this floor to Mr. Vishal, and he can take the session from here. Brother Vishal, you can take the session. I'll make you the host.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Sudesh bhai, you have given the host right to somebody else again.
Oh, wait, somebody, this is happening for the second time. Sorry about that. Just came in. So Vishal Dev. Okay. I'm gonna check it out.
Good evening, Vishal.
Good evening, Ismail. Great.
Can you check now?
Yes. Now it's so. Thank you so much. So, friends, in the previous session, we learned about how to get started with the developer instance. I hope everyone at this stage has got that up and ready. Is there anyone still facing a challenge with that? I hope everyone in the room now has a personal developer instance installed, deployed. In case if anyone is having an issue, please let me know. We'll cover that. Okay. Great.
Hi,
So,
Vishal.
friend, yeah, hi.
I have some problem with my instance.
Yeah, Sami, tell me, what was the issue?
I don't see any the last time we showed how you showed I don't see
Right.
anything.
Okay. Fine,
And
no problem.
I was trying to log in, and sometimes it shows invalid, and now again it takes me to another page.
Okay, if you can share your screen, I'll quickly get it
Yeah,
started.
sure.
No problem. Yeah. So primarily there are two things. One is we log in by developer.servicenow.com. Once done, it will give us to create an instance. That is the first time when you log in. And next time when the instance is ready, you can simply go ahead and log in through that instance. Yeah, okay, please go ahead.
Can you see my screen?
Not yet. I'm not able to see.
Now?
Not yet. You can stop share. There's a share button. If you click on share, you can select the desktop and can share there. Yes, now it's coming in. Yes,
Now
okay,
you can
go
see,
ahead.
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I can.
So
Just go to developer.yes. That's the page. So see,
this one?
problem is problem is not that. It was what happened was many a times instance is part of a cloud and it might also go into a sleep mode. So when you started, it showed up that it was waking up. So on the right side, there's the name, right? Click on that. There's a drop down box on the right side with your name, SM, right? Yeah. Just click on that.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Just click on yes. So now you can see that the status is online on the left side. And on
Yes.
the right side, if you go through this, there will be option manage instance password.
Yeah, I got it. Should I click that?
Yes, 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 please.
Yeah.
So this is your instance URL, which you can note down, or if you want, simply click on that and you can log in. Yes. So now you have already logged in. So it says username or password is invalid. So what you can do is you can simply go ahead and reset your admin password. So just click there.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's in the bottom, there's an option. See, you can reset instance password. Just click on that. Yes. If that doesn't work, in the home page only, you will find start building and it will log into the instance. So you can log in via both the ways.
Okay.
So this is the page which will get. So what you have got currently. Yes. Done. On the right side, just so now you can click on instance URL. Just click on that.
Now, yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. So this is your personal developer instance URL. So you have to set the new password.
Okay. Should I make the forward password here, or
No,
I can
not
change from somewhere else? I mean,
you
from the back.
have already changed the password, the reset. Just
Okay,
the
okay.
new password is showing. Yeah.
Now I can log in, right?
Yes, yes. So that was the password. Go back to your previous page, developer page, yes, and copy the password. Yeah, this is the new password. Yes. See, both are different. Just update password, update password.
Oops.
That's okay. So that's okay because every time you go in, it will give you the.
Yeah.
So now you can see that you have logged in. So just click on all.
Yeah.
And this is how everything will go. So this is just setting up our service now. So it's done. Okay.
Okay. I'll be stop sharing my screen.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Vishal.
Yes. So friends, anybody else is having the issue, or we can go ahead with the session? Anyone else?
I have
Yes,
issue too.
okay,
Yeah.
fantastic. Please go ahead.
Mine is not connecting, like it's I cannot sign in.
Yes. So see, the best part is
It's
just click on start building. On the left side, there's a button called start building. You can click there also. On the left side. Yes, at the bottom. Okay. So just hold on. Sorry, don't rush. Okay, let's go. Yeah. So many times you might get panicked, so that's okay, but don't worry, everything is in control. So rest assured. Tore, you can share your screen.
okay.
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 Yeah, no problem. You can simply, yes, go and just try to log in. If it gives you an error, you can just reset the password and try logging in again. That's it. I just wait for, yes,
Can you see it?
it's loading. Yes, I can see it now. Okay. Very good. So Tori, just type developer.servicenow.com on the address bar. Yes.
Um,
I'll help. I'll help.
Where,
Okay,
yeah?
just a minute. I'll help. So I am requesting a remote control for your machine. Please share.
Okay.
Yes, okay. So this is where you have to go and type in developer. Okay, so this URL
Okay.
you can save. Yes, so it's loading. So first you have to sign in. Okay, on the right side, It's sign
Yeah.
in. So just sign in with your email ID and password. Yes. No,
This
that's a
was the
different
old
password. No,
password.
no, that was not the
Okay.
password. That is the password for your instance. See, it
Okay.
says dev223. So this is a different password. So enter this password.
Which one should I enter now?
So there will be two set of password. One is when you created a ServiceNow ID, there was the password. And
How do
this
I
is
get
for
that
your,
password?
you don't remember the password?
I think I only saved this one, this particular
Okay,
one here.
no problem. So in case if you don't know, there's an option called forgot your password at the bottom. See, this.
Okay.
So I'll reset it for you.
Okay.
So I am sending a link to you. I'll just set it up. Send reset
Yeah.
link. So if you check your mail, this is the mail where you can go ahead and check whether the
मैं
reset mail
ये
has there
सारा
or not.
यूज कर पा रहा हूँ। जूम पे क्लिक करता हूँ तो ये बैकग्राउंड बंद होता है, बैकग्राउंड जूम पे
Yes.
इस पे क्लिक करता हूँ जूम बंद होता है। कौन सा जूम?
Yes.
मीटिंग
Yes, okay.
एक जूम बंद करके
So just wait for a while, the reset mail will pop up. Once the reset mail is popped
Yeah.
up, you can simply go ahead and just refresh it. Yes, it's there. See, this is the link.
Yeah, this one.
Yes. If you click here, scroll down. Just hold on, hold on.
Click
Yes,
here.
click yes. So friends, passwords are very, very crucial. Please ensure that you don't miss out on the passwords.
Okay.
So share a password which you can remember.
Okay.
Set the password, whatever you want. Yeah. So friends, do remember there will be two set of password. One is for your developer instance and one is for your developer login. And you have to confirm the password. Just hold on. Yeah. Confirm. Fantastic. Now you can just press no thanks, no thanks, no thanks.
Okay.
Because that was not for the admin user. That was for a different user. So
Okay.
what, yes, you have set up a two-way authentication code. So in your mail ID, you will receive an OTP. So simply go to your mail ID, this. Yes. Skip. At the bottom, skip. Agree. So just go back to the URL and type developer.servicenow.com on the URL on the top. Yes, this. Just a minute. Go ahead. Enter. Done. So now on the right side, you can click on sign in and now sign in with the same credentials. This, yes. So now you can see it's
Yeah,
showing
I
you
mean,
your name, right?
okay.
So you can either click on start building and login. Otherwise, on the top, you can go to your instance. So this is waking up. See, this will take a while.
Yes.
Once the instance is up, you can simply go click on start building, or else you can go from this side also, the way which Samir did, right?
Okay. Thank
Works
you.
now? Okay, super, very good. So friends, anybody else?
Yes, Tajuddin, yeah.
Yes, Tajuddin, please go ahead and
Yeah,
share your screen.
yeah, let me just share my screen.
I hope others would have no issues. So
Can
in
you see
case
my
if you
screen,
have,
please?
yes, I can.
Okay.
So you simply have to click on the instance URL. Yes, click on that
I click on this.
and enter the username password, which was mentioned there.
Okay.
Go back to the previous page. There is the username and password.
Okay. This is this one.
Yes, username
This I
at the
know.
bottom. Username with admin and the password is this. So you can copy the password here. Yeah.
Oh, username is admin. Oh my,
Yes.
that's where I'm missing it. Copy.
So friend, there are two set of logins. I'll repeat again. One is for the website developer.servicenow.com and the second one is for your developer instance, which is in this case it's dev2860000.servicenow.com. So this is the instance URL. Okay. If you, yes, done. Okay. So congratulations, it's done.
Okay, let me stop sharing.
Yeah. Okay. Super. I hope everyone is done, or do we have anyone here still facing the issue? All good? Okay. So I guess Pooja, Lata, I hope you have done this. Okay.
I missed yesterday's session, Vishal, so I will try to create a login today, and if I have any issues, I will let you know tomorrow.
Yeah. So what you can simply do is just, it's a like a 2-minute task. Simply go to developer.servicenow.com and it's done. If you want, I can help you out right now.
I can give it a try. If not, then I will let you know.
Sure. Okay. No problem. So the best part is, if you want, I can guide you right now. Okay. So that's completely your call. Okay. Great. So friends, I hope everyone in the room now knows how to go ahead and create their personal instance. Before diving into ServiceNow, I will start with some of the basic terminologies and what is ServiceNow, why it is popular, and I'll be sharing that, and then we will go completely into ServiceNow again, where I'll get you started with the basics of ServiceNow. I'll just go through the basics UI and then we'll take it forward. Okay, so let me go ahead and start. So friends, ServiceNow is a cloud-based platform. So as you can see that we have gone to developer.servicenow.com and created one of our instance. I hope everyone in the room knows what an instance is. So instance is an environment where it has its own databases, configurations, and it will be available with its unique URL. So what you have just done is, once you went to developer.servicenow.com and clicked on request an instance, a complete new instance, your personalized instance has been prepared, which will be used by you only. So ServiceNow is a cloud-based platform. We can say software as a service and platform as a service, which primarily focuses on IT, especially services, operations, business workflows in IT service management and HR, customer service, security operations, and beyond, and which I'll be giving you the details about. The most important part here is it is now required by everyone. Because considering in every organization, there are multiple business processes. Like we have IT support team, we have customer service, we have HR, security operations. ServiceNow helps us with a unified platform. So this gives us a platform where everyone are connected and working together. So this is a single data model and helps us in centralized workflow automation, which helps us in eliminating silos. So silos is something where in every organization, every department currently is running independently. So to bring it together, ServiceNow bridge that gap. So this helps in better collaboration, transparency, and efficiency. So this ensures that everybody is on the same page and can access the data accordingly. Okay. So coming down to a very, very important question, why ServiceNow? And before we dive into why we use ServiceNow, I would like to share something very, very interesting. So nowadays, if you have gone through it, you would have now known that one of the hottest carrier is ServiceNow. The sole reason is ServiceNow is now required or being used in almost every growing enterprise cloud platforms. Along with this, almost every organization have now shifted or planning to shift to ServiceNow. Especially if you go through the leaderboards, so Gartner says that ServiceNow is the one of the best tool for ITSM. We call it as IT service management. And not only that, it has a various demand in context of IT, finance, healthcare, and manufacture. Okay. Yeah, sure, Devang, I'll help. No problem. Okay. So once we complete this, I'll ensure that everyone in the room has covered it. Okay. No problem. So we are getting started. I'll share everything. Don't worry. Okay. So I'll take up the questions once we complete. Don't worry. Okay. So that is one thing. The second is, can someone tell me like what would be an average salary for a ServiceNow? Anyone? Can you share it? What do you think that what will be an average salary for anyone who knows ServiceNow? Okay, so
On the
if you
work
have
X,
gone through,
anything
yes,
from 80 to 120, it depends on work X. Yeah.
fantastic. Very good. So everyone had gone through Sudesh Bhai's PPT and my presentation also. Yes, friends. So that is where we know the money is.
I beg your pardon, I wasn't able to quite catch that. Did I hear 20 or 120?
It's 120.
20,
Well, like
we
what?
all would be out of this training if it was 20. Believe me. Trust me on that.
So,
No, I
so
mean, is that like what, 120K per year or what?
So yes, it's initially for year, but if you have more work experience, you can make it in month also by being a consultant. So Ishrat, just to share in, the 20 is the year experience of few of our participants. Okay. So you can see that that will add more value to it. So once you have an experience and you get this, you are increasing your value. So just going through this, everything ranges from 120 to 2 lakhs. The idea is how good you are, how you adopt this. And trust me, diving into this and taking it to the next level is very, very easy. Okay. Again, it's not only about this. We have BA roles, we have admin role, we have developer role. So just combining both of the options, you can see that you can actually get a great amount. Okay. So let me quickly go through the tech reasons and I'll show.
Excuse me,
Yeah, yeah.
Vishal. Excuse me,
Yes,
Vishal.
yes. Please go ahead.
Okay. Can I speak?
Yeah, yeah. Yes, Ismail, please go ahead.
Yeah, I want to ask regarding to this platform ServiceNow. Is it
Right.
this platform that we are going to be used when we are starting work or what? Or do you have any other a platform like a developer service like this platform that we are using now? Is it the one that we are going to be used when we are to be applied for the job or what? Thank you.
So, yes, thank you. So when you will be applying for the job, they will be having their own instance. A developer instance is for learning purpose, but this similar instance, similar type of instance will be there where you will be working on. Okay. So the developer instance is where you are learning in your own platform, but when you dive into production environment, they will have their own production instance where you will be working upon. Okay. Again, that will depend. You will be working at the front line, you will be working as an admin. So there will be multiple roles. Okay. So the first and foremost is streamlined IT operations. As I suggested and mentioned, ServiceNow is now very, very critical in ITSM. This helps us in manual processes. In fact, now typing in lot and doing it manually is very difficult. So everyone is now moving towards automation, and this helps us in getting our manual process automized. So you will find lot many things which has been automized with it. There will be a lot of workflow which will be available, and you can see that you can assign multiple tasks. You can do everything what you want here. This also helps us in reducing human errors. Many times, for example, if there are around 100 incidents, okay, and if you are tracking it manually, if I ask you that, hey, Ismail, this is my incident ID, can you tell me what is the status? So when we are working manually, it's very difficult for us to go back and identify where exactly it was stored. So first, it will take a lot of time to find that incident, and then you will let me know the details. Many times, if the person has not submitted, or if the person has submitted, reverting back the exact status is very, very difficult. But here, you just have to type the name and you will get the incident details, who it was assigned to, what is the current status, and you will get almost everything at a single click. So that exactly helps us and increase our efficiency. As I mentioned, this is a centralized platform, which means everything can be managed from one place. You don't have to go anywhere. So starting with change management, incident tracking, users, everyone can log on and go ahead and check their own dashboards, which will help us to ensure that everything is available at a single click. Okay. Improved service delivery, as I mentioned, once we have everything online, it helps us in prioritizing that which incident should be given priority, which has to be planned accordingly. We will plan it and can set it up so that the priority incident gets benefit and we can set it up a great and quick response time. This again, many of they call it as the ticketing system. So, and this makes life easier for us so that we can go ahead and set it up everywhere. As I mentioned, it's a unified platform, which means multiple platform or multiple people or department will come together and work. So that also helps us in collaboration with other departments. So in an organization, there are multiple departments. ServiceNow helps in facilitating in better communication between all the different departments. Same platform available to your IT team, HR team, security team, facility, and everyone will have the same instance available and the information will be available instant. The good part is it also has workflows, which is sequence of tasks, which will help us to take it forward in a way where we can actually set it up and plan it from one team to other team without any delays. So for example, if I am managing ServiceNow and suddenly I want to take a break for a month or 2 weeks, I can actually pass it to Ismail and I can guide him and it will be very easy for him to understand and he can take it forward easily. Organization, as I mentioned, nowadays, GRC, governance, risk, and compliances are of paramount importance. ServiceNow also helps us to manage and maintain those, and it also helps us in reporting. So we can get all the documentation or which is required as per GRC within a single click. So this helps us in getting that done, and we can actually share our reports accordingly. Data-driven insight, as the name suggests, it has a lot of reports and analytics which helps us in getting more insights about organization, individuals, and for example, if I want to check like what are the major incidents, so what we can do is we can get to know that these are some common incidents reported regularly within last 5 days or last 10 days. So this helps us in eliminating those in a later stage because we know that majorly we are getting this issue. So idea is if we can have a training on this we can solve this issue. So what we can do is we can actually set up a training or we can set it up an insight or a help which people follow and probably they can eliminate the common errors. So that is where we take it forward. The great part is scalability and flexibility. So as you saw that we are moving towards cloud. ServiceNow is hosted on cloud, which means it can work on 1 user, 2 user, 1,000 user, 2,000 user, 5,000 users. The best part is it is scalable, which means if you have 1 user or if you have 10,000 users, ServiceNow works with both. So it has a flexibility that it can actually work for small businesses and it can go up to large enterprises. And there is a very, very minimum investment. Trust me, just a small investment and you can actually use this platform. The best part for ServiceNow is, again, as I mentioned, this is something which you can customize. So everything in ServiceNow can be customized, starting from the forms, menus, application menus, modules, workflows. You can define as per your requirement. You can define your own custom application. That's why enterprises prefer it because they can use it for their own requirement and they can actually customize ServiceNow, which helps us in getting things for them. As I mentioned, it's a SaaS and PaaS service, which means this is again help us in reduction of cost by getting a minimal cost. So for example, if I have 10,000 people in the organization and I want to set it up with a minimal cost, what I have to do is I just have to go ahead and sign up with ServiceNow. Rather than I have to deploy a server, getting a software installed, deployed, managing someone and so on. So rather than initially adding up a more budget to my organization, I can simply get started with ServiceNow and can plan accordingly. Many of you would agree that whenever an organization uses their budget in deploying new ERP or CRM or anything, most of the time it fails. The reason is not properly implemented or probably the people are not keen on using it or people don't want to change. But the idea is rather than wasting that amount later on, it's better to get started. So what we can do is rather than investing initially, if we want to get started with ServiceNow, we will ensure that people get adapted to it quickly and they know that even if they want to back out, there is an option for back out. The sole reason is organization now knows that how they can use their budget effectively. So rather than having an initial budget, then not actually deploying it on a final stage, it's better to having a cloud instance where you can actually stop the services when it's not required. So that also helps us in cost reduction. Again, as I mentioned, if there is some attack on your server or everything, there can be a lot of downtime. The best part is everything is on cloud. So we have a reduced downtime. There is a backup available, which can actually go ahead and ensure that if there are any outages, you can still go back and start working immediately. The best part for ServiceNow, this can be integrated with multiple tools and services. So you can integrate with your HR management, you can integrate as an CRM, and data flow between them will be smoother. So that is the best way why organization has adopted ServiceNow, because of its integration capabilities. So let me go back and tell you some of the use cases for ServiceNow and where ServiceNow is used. So first, as I mentioned, ITSM. ServiceNow is widely used for managing IT services, where we have to manage incident, problem, change management, service request. So nowadays, you would have also heard of a terminology called Security Operation System or Security Operations Center, which is SOC. ITSM and ServiceNow plays a very, very integral part where they manage incident and everything under that. Okay. So that is one. The second one is human resources service delivery. ServiceNow is also helpful in managing employee life cycle, starting from onboarding, offboarding, and service requests. Again, it is like a boon for HR to provide faster and efficient services to their employees also. The third one, again, it's similar. As I mentioned initially, it's a ticketing tool. It is also used in customer service management, where I can have all things integrated with my CRM and can ensure that my customers are happy. Security incident response. This can also be used in facility management. We can take maintenance tasks, we can track smooth operations, physical environment like office space, equipment, maintenance, everything can be combined and used here. This is also used in for application development and customization. So many organizations who build custom application where they require to design a custom app for their clientele, they use ServiceNow and they can prepare. And the best part is it doesn't require a lot of coding. So ServiceNow helps us a low code platform where they don't have to type in or add a code, but they can develop applications and deploy it quickly. So that is a very, very important point here, that it's a low code platform. So coming down to some of the features of ServiceNow, the first is incident management. So as the name suggests, it helps us in resolving our IT issues. Problem management, it identifies the root causes, why the incident has occurred, so that they can aim to prevent them. Then we have change management, where I can actually go ahead and manage and control the process of all the changes which I want to make in my infrastructure. The sole reason that this will help me to reduce the risk of disruption. And then we have service catalog, which provides a central location for users to request their services, IT support, or any product related requirement. Again, very, very important word is CMDB. I'm sure you would have heard of this. CMDB is a centralized repository for managing information, where we'll have our CI or configuration items, and we will know that how we can use it for ServiceNow. So this is a hot word under ServiceNow, CMDB, and this is very, very popular. And if you explore through the requirement of job requirement, CMDB is one of the top most priority. Again, as I mentioned, ServiceNow helps us in automation. The current portal which we saw, it had an option for a self-service portal. So I'll also show you what self-service portal is. When you log in as an individual user, you will see that this dashboard will be there and you can use for your requirement. So I'll show you once we dive into ServiceNow. Okay. The reporting and security operations. So before moving into this, I also want you to understand few of the important terminologies. And if you know it, that would be awesome. So let's see how many of you know the terminologies. If not, that's okay. So can someone tell me what is an instance in term of cloud? What is an instance?
It's like a
You
module.
can, yeah, please go ahead. So you can type or you can unmute yourself. That's okay. What is an instance? So guys, if you don't know, you can just type don't know. That's okay.
Is it an event that happens?
Like if you can give me an example, that will be awesome. Go ahead, please
Not
go
able
ahead.
to log in. Not able to log in.
Not able to log in, okay.
Vishal, can I speak?
Yes, Natalie, please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. I'm not sure, but I'm just doing a little guesswork here. Instance is basically any kind of problem or something which is occurring, like we have to create a ticket for it or something like that. Like in BA, we have Jira, right? Something like that. Instance is something, the problem which needs to be addressed, and you're creating a framework, a ticket for it, like a ticketing system kind of thing, that it is assigned to certain person and then other IT is looking into it, some like a chain.
So that is called
It will start to
incident.
create a ticket, something like that.
Natalie, that is called incident.
Oh yeah, my bad. You too. Sorry.
So instance. So just to get back to it, when we went and logged into developer.servicenow.com, and on the right side, it asked us to request an instance. Remember?
Oh yes, right. My bad. Yeah.
Yeah. So this instance is your special environment where you will be managing your services and processes. So for every cloud component, there will be a unique instance. So currently what you did was you all went to developer.servicenow and created a personal instance. So that is your exclusive environment where you will be working, right?
Yeah.
So instance will be different for organization where they will be having their developer instance, they will be having their production instance, they will be having a user acceptance instance. Yes. Okay. So this is something which is for your personal.
Can we say it's like a domain?
The domain is unique. Yes, domain is unique. Yes.
Like domain, right?
Right. So domain, just like domain, since domain is unique, the instance is also unique. Okay. Yes.
Is it the same thing as module? Is it the same thing as module?
Module, it's not a module, but instance, again, I said it's your own environment, your unique environment. Okay. So currently, when you log into ServiceNow, you will find your own modules. That's a customized instance for you. Yes. Yes. So we'll have Pooja will have multiple instances where we'll be using it for production, user acceptance, and others. Okay. So if you are aware with cloud or you are well versed with cloud has instances where they have their unique instances for everyone. Okay. Great. Next is UI, user interface. Who can explain that? UI,
So
user interface.
It is how user interacts with the machine, right? So in this case, we're interacting with ServiceNow. So we have an interface called ServiceNow Developer, whatever. We log in and we use that. So it's just how the user interacts or uses the space, right, to interact with the machine.
Fantastic. And you have hit the ball out of the park. Thank you so much. So in this, we will be using application, navigation menu, form, list, dashboard. Everything will come under UI. Thank you. Thank you so much. The next is workflow. Workflow.
It is nothing but the task, series of tasks that one needs to perform, right? For example, there is a workflow of HR or any process, right? Accept, reject, whatever, right? So there is a series of tasks that you need to perform in order to achieve something. So that's a workflow.
Right. So in simplified term, we call it as step-by-step automation to complete the task. Okay, fantastic, fantastic. The next one is ACL, Access Control List. I'm sure everyone would know this. Access Control List.
So is it confined to only system access controls?
So it can be specific records, fields, tables, modules, anything.
And so whether it's a system access, admin access, super admin access, everything, right? So that's it.
Yes. So it is primarily a rule that control who can see, edit, create. So this is regarding the access privilege where everyone will have a limited access based on their roles and responsibilities. Fantastic. So Anand bhai, congratulations. You have answered 3 in a row. That's a great point. The next is catalog item. I'm sure this is unique. Catalog item.
Maybe it's the products and service that we gonna provide to the clients, I guess. Like what we have, basically what we have in our basket.
Fantastic. So basically items in the service catalog. Very good. And congratulations, Apeksha. You have hit a home run. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. The next one is change request. What is change request?
So anything that we want to change, right? So we have an automated workflow if we want to change anything. So we normally end up raising a change request. So, yeah.
Yes,
Process
which means,
change or
yes, if you want to change anything, you will not directly go and change it. You have to put in a request, a formal request. Once that request is approved, that will take it forward. So especially in the development and other areas, this is very, very much required. So there is a process for it where you have to put a formal request and on approval only you can go ahead and change. Fantastic. The next question is for Nethali. Incident. What is an incident?
What I just explained at the first
Very good. So again, incident is an unplanned interruption or issues within your IT service. So any problems when you report, that becomes your incident and you can go ahead and simply manage that. Fantastic. Very good. The next is CMDB. CMDB. Configuration Management Database.
so it is the database where you configure your accesses, your other data points for a particular system.
So here it will include my CI. It will have a database which tracks everything. Okay, very good. What is SLA? SLA.
So it's a service level agreement between two parties or a company or a vendor or a contractor, whatever you call it, right? Where they define certain level of services based on timeliness and error or whatever KPIs they want to define.
Okay, which means if I'm providing a service, I guarantee this uptime, and based on this uptime, I can do that, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Very good. And the last one is service portal.
So it's an incident management portal or whatever portal where you log in your request, your incident or whatever.
So just like our developer instance, when we logged in, we had this and we can actually go ahead and set it up for us. Okay, great, super. So guys, we are good to start. So I am going to get started and I'm going to take you through a scenario. Okay. And this is based on telecom. So let's see, you can put in your answers also. Otherwise, I'll also explain you. So you have to tell me that how ServiceNow can make a difference in this. Okay. So telecom service provider for ITSM. So let's see. So these are some of the challenges which this organization has, and you have to let me know that can ServiceNow solve these issues or not. Okay. So the first was First challenge, high volume of customer support requests. Okay. So this organization, as you know, that if you are working in a telecom, there will be a huge set of customers, right? Or for example, if you are working in Rogers, you can see that they have millions of customers. So you have to, there will be a lot of requests starting from billing requests, interruption, malfunction, and so on. So how do they manage high volume of customer support requests? That is one. The second was siloed system. So every department was independent. They were not able to communicate together. So IT service, support, network, business department, all were using different tools. Again, which means everyone had a different set of data and there was nothing in between them. And overall, as you can see that everyone is using a different tool. So there was a lot of poor communication in between them. The third one is complex service delivery. So now they have multiple products. So you can see that they have landline, they have mobile, they have broadband, they have TV services. So now if I say four services, which you can understand that these are basic requirement. So you can imagine that what kind of service request incident would be there. So how to manage those services, or how to take it like that, okay, this is for telecom, or this is for landline, or this is for TV service. How do we manage that? The fourth one is operational bottleneck. As I said, everything was manual, so managing this is very, very difficult. And along with it, they also wanted some proactive network monitoring where they wanted to see what was their network infrastructure. They wanted to see how their customers have been impacted. So these are some problems. Do you think that ServiceNow can solve this? If yes, how?
Yeah,
With
ServiceNow
what?
can solve this. Anand here.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
high
please go
volume of
ahead.
customer support requests, right? So ServiceNow will help you prioritize, define criticalities, right? So, and
Okay.
then also it will help you define which department you want to send it, right? So there would be some email IDs particular to that department. So it makes your communication easy. Also, people would know what queue to pick, right? What incident to pick first to resolve based on the priority that was set, etc., etc. So first 2 points would be taken care of that way.
Okay.
Complex
Fantastic.
service delivery. Yeah, so again, when you define a workflow, you can define a particular type, right? What this incident pertains to. And then you can define landline, mobile, broadband, TV service. So when the queues are defined, you know that this goes to landline department, this goes to mobile, broadband, TV
So
services.
can we use catalog here, like by any chance? Catalog item or anything? Can we use here?
Yeah, you can use catalog. Yes.
Okay. Fantastic. Very good. Next.
Manual workflow is totally out of context. In this case, this will automate the whole process that will bring in efficiency and quicker turnaround, right? So fourth is also taken care of because
Super.
there will be a clear-cut end-to-end workflow defined and it's all integrated and it's all automated, right? So fourth point will be taken
Very
care
good.
of as well. And proactive network monitoring, yes, because you have all the data automated, you can easily pull out dashboards, analytics, reporting around those, and you can quickly have a view of whatever you want to look, whichever way you want to dissect. You can
Okay.
have those views as well. So yeah.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for that answer. So let's look around again. So friends, anybody else would like to add on? So thank you, Anand bhai, for sharing this. Sheila, Karishma, Ishrat, Michelle, Raman, Gautam, anyone would like to add on here? What do you think? Do you agree with what Anand said?
Absolutely, we'll all agree with what we say. What he said is correct.
Great. So that's the best way to answer, one-liner answer. So Ismail, what do you think? You would like to add on to what Anand said? You want to extend something here?
No. I don't have any additions, but because I'm a very neon in the systems. Then also it is very big, amazing, and is the training or the lecture is very fantastic, and the response from the Anna Dukma is very interesting.
Okay, very good. Great. Sheila, you would like to answer?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I think I do realize is also helps you to identify glitches if there are any glitches
Okay,
in the
okay.
system or in the process, helps you to resolve them.
Okay, very good. So let me go back and let you know. Okay, thank you, Sheila, for the answer. So I'm just going to take you back, and thanks, Anand Bhai, for sharing that. So let's see what can be done here. So as mentioned regarding customer support, we can start with incident management, where we can start with tracking the issues. We can do an automation and SLA management. So starting from once a customer issues a bill, ServiceNow automatically assign the issue to the appropriate team, and it will automatically go with the operation team and they can go ahead and set it up. As mentioned correctly by Anand Bhai, we can set it up the prioritization, where I can set it up priority based on my SLA. So many times when we have multiple users and we need to prioritize that, okay, this is the one where we have signed up an SLA, we can actually ensure that we give them a priority based answer. Again, customer communication is the key. So let's see, a customer calls telco because of their mobile service is down. The support teams log on the issue into ServiceNow and the incident is automatically routed to the network team. A status update message is sent to the customer and the support team tracks the resolution timeline to meet SLA. Don't you think that the major problems is now solved with just 3 lines? What do you think? Guys, what do you think? Yes or yes?
Yeah, I think it just
Yeah.
simplifies the entire process, right?
It actually has done everything. So just imagine once a customer calls in, they just add it up and they have the ticketing system. They will see the updates. They will get a regular update. Whenever a new update is there, there will be an automated messages that will go that our team is already checking onto it. And this is how we have taken it forward. Okay, super. Very good. Then the next one is self-service portal. As the name suggests, you can simply go ahead and set up your requirement. In this case, the example would be a customer logs into the ServiceNow portal to request an upgrade. Now ServiceNow will check its eligibility and then process the request and informs user that what will be the upgrade schedule and when it will be upgraded. So ServiceNow self-service portal also is very, very interesting. The next is change management. So as we mentioned, CMDB and change management will come into picture, where I can set up my workflows and I can set it up as per requirement. The next one is problem management, where I can do an RCA. So where I can have a database. So for example, if there are regular issues, so user will check from the database and they can immediately share a solution. So we call it as a knowledge base, where all the problems and solutions are recorded. So if somebody comes in and call in the frontline user, they will simply go through the knowledge management database and let them know that, okay, so this is the issue and this can be resolved accordingly. So that is very, very important. And we have covered knowledge management under this. So finally, one thing which we can share it also has a report. So this gives almost all the reports where there was a major strike or there was an incident. It can actually let us know that, okay, we had almost many user complaining at the same time. So we can actually plan it in a way where we can go ahead and identify the root cause and can solve that. So I'll not, so we all now know what are the benefits. So I'll skip this part and we directly jump into instances. So friends, initially what we have done is we have started with our personal instance. So I'm going to show you what are the different instances which are used, and then we'll jump into the UI. So primarily there are 3 types of instances. The first one is developer instance, the current one where we have logged in. as you can see that this is where we start building our requirement, where I can go ahead and create my requirements. I can have a workflow, I can have a customization, I can set it up for myself. So here, if you see, the URL will be something like this. Okay. And if you go back and check your instance URL, this will be similar to this. Agreed? Can you quickly check what is your developer URL? Does it look like this?
Yes.
Some numbers
Yeah.
and like this. Okay, fantastic. So
So can I have
primarily,
one quick question,
yes,
Vishal here?
please,
Sorry.
please,
Yeah,
please.
so when you show me this URL, I just want to be sure, right? So this development, does it signify anything? Will it be different for UAT? Will it be different for production? This is how we need to interpret, or this is just
Yeah,
a
this is
common
just
development URL? So any
this is
developer would
just
have the same.
just a common. This is a common.
Okay. So this is not based on the environment, correct?
No, no, no.
So I was just looking from the software life cycle, right? Product life cycle.
Yeah,
UAT
that's
and SIT,
absolutely.
software development.
So because see, this is where the developer will work. So developer will have these kind of URLs. Okay. So
Only
again, yes, you
development
can
mode.
customize as per your requirement, but the idea is everything will be beside this. So service-now.com stays constant.
Correct.
Okay, because we are getting the instance from this. Okay. So next is our UAT. So as you mentioned, Anand, this is your answer. This is what you wanted to look for.
Correct, correct. Understood. Okay. That's what my answer
Okay.
was.
So once we go to user acceptance, so what happens is initially when you are typing or you are designing, you will have developer instance. Now you want your users to test that environment. We'll have this UAT instance where user will be testing it. And once the testing is completed, it will go to the production environment where you will have something like this. So again, it's for example, if you are using, so we know that like Tata and others are also using it. So they will have this URL, similar URLs based on the organization. So initially you start with development. Once the development is done, you push this to UAT. Once the UAT is done, you will push this to the production environment, which is your final development. So whatever changes is set. So for example, when you start with developer instance and you move to UAT, which is user acceptance testing, if there are any changes, this has been informed to the developer team will make changes and again push it back to UAT. The UAT team will test it again. Once done, they will approve it and this will be pushed to the final production environment. Okay, so nothing goes directly from developer to production because there will always be a testing. And if there is any issues, this has to be eliminated at this stage. Just imagine if you don't test anything and you immediately push from developer to production environment, this will actually lead to a downtime or errors. So we need to understand that production environment is the most important one, where we cannot have the developer thing. We cannot have any errors here. Okay. So this is now where we dive into ServiceNow. So friends, if you have any questions, please let me know and then we'll move towards the UI. I would request someone to share the screen later on. And so any questions here? Basics,
Yeah,
ServiceNow, anything. Yeah.
just one very basic question. So when we move from development to UAT to production, is it just a configuration that we need to run or a script that we need to run, or we need to actually do a deployment? There would be steps to deploy from one environment to another environment. How will that
So
work?
primarily there will be two things. One is the configuration management. We call it as under update sets. So there is a step-by-step process for updating it, and there is an automation option available also.
Okay.
So once you configure it, and you push it, you can actually just have to push it there and it will automatically update it.
Sure. And you also talked about the integration functionality of ServiceNow, right? That it can
Yes,
integrate
yes,
easily with any of the HR systems. So, for example, we
yes.
have a workflow defined in PeopleSoft, right, in HR.
Okay, okay.
And I need a dashboard or I need a KRIs. Do I need to have that workflow defined in ServiceNow to get those?
Yes, yes, that is required.
Okay, yeah. So, okay, understood. So we will have to define that workflow in ServiceNow. We can't
Yes,
just
yes.
integrate and get those status from
Yes,
there.
because all the formats will be different.
Understood.
So that's there. So it's a one-time process, but once done, it will be like seamless.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Super. Anyone else has a question? Anyone here who would like to share? Okay.
Hi Vishal, good evening.
Good
So,
evening.
hi everyone. I don't have a question, but I just wanna say that we are having a very good like interactive section, but I'm not able to grab every single thing which we are discussing right now. So, what do you think? Like for the beginners level, the people who don't know about this terminology and all the things stuff that we are talking about,
Yes.
so what is your advice for that? Because even the conversation you had going on with Anand Bhai, I was not getting anything, to be very
Fantastic,
honest.
fantastic. Thank you so much for bringing that, right?
Yeah.
So the whole idea is why these terminologies I have brought in is you just have to get started. You should just know the names initially.
Yeah.
Because once we will come into the developer instance and when we'll be working on ServiceNow, automatically you will now start understanding and relating it.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
see, jargons are something which we don't understand from day one. But the
Yeah.
good part here is in ServiceNow, everything is going to be practical.
Yeah.
So this was only one PPT which I don't have any other PPT. Because
Great.
because everything we have to do on ServiceNow. So that's where we will be having the instance and you will learn step by step.
All right.
So
Sounds
once
great. Yeah.
So why I started, so remember so ideally after this presentation, should have shown you the developer instance. But why I showed you the developer instance earlier was because that is very easy.
Yeah.
The reason is you don't have to know these terminologies, but going forward, when you will appear for the interviews, they will ask you these terminologies. But
Oh,
once you have worked upon the ServiceNow platform, these queries will be very, very easy.
okay.
So
Understood.
you are at a right place, so don't worry.
But I,
Yeah.
but,
Thank
but
you.
I believe I believe we've just started. It's just a peripheral aspect of this a platform. It is not that we have started a real real course per se. Am I on the track?
Yes, yes, sir, you are absolutely on track. Okay,
Because
fantastic.
because all this thing is just it's just a dream unto me, right? And then I
Yeah.
believe that by the time we start fully, it will be a very simplest for us. And then secondly, for this platform of this service now, is it what we are going to use as because is it what we are going to use as a stepping stones?
Right, true. Great. So friends, any questions if you have, please let me know. Anyone, any other queries, or we can move into the guys, please do share because I'm sure there would be a lot of questions. So there were new terminologies, that's why I added the terminology section.
Hello. Hi.
Yeah, Shri,
Good.
Yeah.
Hello, good evening.
good evening. So Taj,
Yeah,
Yeah. Taj, if it's okay,
Okay.
let me take Sudipto's question and then I come back to your question if that works. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you. Thank you. Brother. Thank
Yeah,
you.
so my question is so as we are non-IT background and in the interviews and the jobs, so we have to compete with the IT background people also, and how do we only with this ServiceNow experience, how can we compete with them? And how is the job market for the initial no experience background for this sector?
Fantastic. Very good question. So Sudipto, do you drive a car?
Yeah,
You know
little
how to
bit.
drive a car?
Yeah, I have
Okay.
learner's permit. I will get.
Fantastic. So if I ask you a question that when I am learning to drive a car and there's a driver who has an experience of 10 years, what is the difference between both of us?
They know a lot by the day,
Because
and
they know a lot, they know routes well, right? They also
yeah.
have routes well. But as a beginner, what I can do is once I know how to drive a car, don't you think that I can actually learn that better in 1 year comparatively the 10 years guy?
Yeah.
Similarly, what here we have to do is, you just have to learn the basics. If you know the basics well, you can actually compete with them. There is no such differences here because it's just a process. It's just a workflow. So it's very, very easy to create. And once you are here, the only difference becomes is the experience. And this, again, once you start getting that experience, you can actually level up. That's it.
And what about the initial market for yeah, how is the initial market for ServiceNow?
So initial market, as I
Yes,
said,
initial market means no background, no experience on this.
so see, what happens is we also, along with this, we are helping you to build your resume.
Okay.
So it's not only that we'll be helping you with your experience, we'll be helping you, guiding you, and we'll be also giving you some projects to do. So we'll help you to build that. So it's not that once you join here, it's only training, but we'll help you to build your resume and then we take it forward.
I see. Okay.
And we'll guide you
Thank you.
with the projects also. So this actually helps us in taking you to the next level. So it's not only training, but training plus career development. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Yes, Taj, please go ahead.
Okay. Just like a kind of encouragement word for my colleagues. I had somebody ask me, is this what we are going to work on? Yes. Unlike when you say you want to apply for a business analyst. So in business, that company might be using SAP, another one might be using Microsoft Dynamics, another one might be using ServiceNow. But for this one, we are not going to do anything outside ServiceNow. So it now depends on the domain you want to work, maybe as a security, as a IT security, for risk and compliance or whatever. So what we have to do now is to just get ourselves familiar with all these terminologies before the real configuration. So if possible, as class goes on, we can create another group to be doing a private learning, private discussion, so that we can get it. If you get this one right now, there's no section of service now that will not be able to work. That's just what I need to say.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That was useful. Thank you. Great. So we have one more question. Great. So Steven says, is there a guarantee for landing employment after finishing this course? So Steven, we don't guarantee jobs. It's you who has to give the interview. We can prepare you for the interview. We can prepare you with the tech thing, but eventually it's you who goes out. But we can assure you that we'll be helping you with everything you require to get the job. But no one can guarantee. Because for example, going through this, if I give you certain tasks and if you don't, so for example, if I give you a specific task and you don't perform in an interview, nothing happens. So you have to ensure that you are capable, worthy enough to get the job. We will ensure that we will get you ready for the job. But eventually you have to go and appear. So that's completely your call. Very good. Anyone else would like to add on? Any questions? Please let me know. Fantastic. So I would request.
Hello, I have
Yeah,
a
yeah.
question. Hello, good evening. I have a question.
Good evening. Please go ahead.
My question is let me speak for myself. For someone like me who have certification in business analysis, that's the CBAB. I'm sure you know about CBAB.
Yes, yes, I know.
Okay. I don't have practical experience of as regards the tools business analysts use, how to use all their tools and all of that. So that is the major reason I am even looking at doing this program, right? Then now you're coming in with ServiceNow. So I'm still trying to marry this cloud-based software called ServiceNow, how it will play out with the business analysis stuff that I'm trying to do, I'm trying to learn. Is it another job? Is it another job? Is it another field on its own, the service now? Is it another program on its own that I will use when I'm being employed? Or what is it really?
So you will be using ServiceNow only, this tool only.
Listen,
Because-
sorry, I just want to interrupt here. Thank you,
Yeah.
Vishal, right? Sunday, can you repeat your question again for me, please? Hi, can you please repeat your question again?
Seemed like he got disconnected.
Okay, that's all right. Yeah, go ahead, please. Are you opening this floor for Q&A, Vishal, right?
Yes, yes, yes. This was open for Q&A. Yeah.
Okay. All right, no problem. Anything to do with placement
Yeah,
services?
I think what Sunday was saying is that he said he has got a certification in a business analyst in one other tools, but these tools that is being used now, Surface now, is it going to be getting a job on this service now, or is this service now this platform of that service now, is it going to be the one that is they are going to be used throughout to be getting job on it? That is what I was asking a question on.
That's a great question. I'm pretty sure many of you guys might have the same question, right? So that's why I jumped in over here. I do want to tell you that it's important for us to understand which career, which technology is in demand right now in North America, in US and Canada. We have people from US here, we have people from Canada here, and there are some guys from India too. So ServiceNow is a technology which is going in a lot of deployment right now in Canada. In US, there are a lot of companies, they're already using ServiceNow and they're having requirements on the admin side and also on the deployment, okay, the implementation side. So having a ServiceNow knowledge will help you get into the niche market. You got to understand this in today's job market, any job career which is highly visible, I can guarantee you, hands down, there are thousands of people applying there. So you really have to focus on the technologies and jobs which does not attract much attention. Something like that is ServiceNow, which is picking up, and there is a lot of growth in this area because it's a cloud-based technology, and a lot of organizations, regardless of the sectors, they are implementing right now. They're implementing ServiceNow. Deployment is going on for the year of 2024, 2025, 2026. So there's a huge opportunity for functional analyst who comes with knowledge of ServiceNow. So the companies who already have ServiceNow installed, they will need a lot of SME subject matter experts who can administer this tool in day in and day out basis. And then we are talking about on the implementation side, constantly organizations are integrating that with various other applications. Some of you in this session will continue to become technology consultants in ServiceNow. okay, based on their prior experience, okay? But if you are new and if you're trying to break into IT career, you got to really understand that you need some kind of specialization in your resume, okay? And you want to have a specialization which is trending. ServiceNow is trending right now. So it is an infrastructure tool. It brings a lot of value to your resume, one. Secondly, if you're new to IT, you've never been in IT, then this is a great platform to start because it does not require any coding skills. Okay, you can become a techno-functional consultant. Okay, having a business analyst skills is very good because you can learn how to help in the software development, how to work in a Scrum framework. If you're already trained as a BA, then you might not want to go into a BA training again. You just need a specialization on the ServiceNow. There are some certification like ServiceNow admin certification, implementation certification, agile ServiceNow certification. We will guide you according to where you are in your career. Does it answer the question? So we have this training in two phases.
Absolutely. Absolutely, you answer the questions. You answer the questions.
Thank you. See, I could have done a Salesforce business analyst. Why am I not doing Salesforce? Because Salesforce jobs are not coming up. So I will not do training or help people move into career, which is there are no jobs coming out. You know what I'm saying? So we want to have a trending technology in a resume. Your resume needs to be a techno-functional resume, which needs to have all the technical keywords. So that's how your resume is going to be. So we want to make sure that your resume and your skill set are marketable. That's the key to attract interview calls. All right. And there are many rejection criteria too. I will talk about that in a different session. So having a ServiceNow, a certified ServiceNow functional consultant in your resume will also open doors for other business analyst openings and job opportunities. Are you guys getting me, guys? Samir, Ajike, Kulare Michelle, Ramandeep, Tajuddin, Apiksha, Tora, Lata, Sudipto, Elizabeth, Ismail, Natalie, Devang, Anand, Ishrat, Abed, you guys getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All good.
I got what you're saying.
It can get a little confusing, right? So what are we talking about ServiceNow? We never heard about it. If you never heard about it, it's a great news because now you're getting into something which a lot of people are not knowing yet. Okay, this is where you want to start, and this will open a lot of opportunities. ServiceNow is now implemented in many insurance companies, in telecom companies. People in the IT sector already know what is ServiceNow, what is the worth of it. Okay, and so yeah, so that's how it goes. Any other questions, guys? Vishal bhai, if you want, you can drop out. I know you have another session.
Yes,
So,
thank you.
if you want, you can drop out. I can take it from here. That's okay.
So thank you, friend. We will connect back. Yeah, okay.
Reclaim the host. Just give me a minute. Yeah, you can drop out, Vishal. But thank you so much for the wonderful session. Thank you. So, guys, you can stay back. I'm just gonna take a question for the next 4 minutes. Any other questions you guys have? You can ask me now. I can give you clarity. I think Sudipto had a question. How do I transition to the market? Sudipto is there? Sudipto, are you there?
Hi. Yeah.
Sudipto, so you had a question, right? How do I compete with the consultants who have experience? Is that right?
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. The first thing is you're not in competition with anybody. You're in competition with yourself, my friend. Okay. There are two ways of going into the market. One is through experience. Experienced consultants are not certified. I need to tell you that 10 out of 9 consultants or 8 consultants, they're not certified. They learn through projects. Many of the people, they learn ServiceNow on the job. I learned ServiceNow on the job as a business analyst. Okay. So you don't need certification. You can have that functional knowledge, practical knowledge, and you can transition. Somebody who's starting new, it's very important for you to get certification and show your knowledge. That's how you show your knowledge. But for you to be competitive, admin certification is very important. The knowledge of CMDB module, configuration management database, is very important. And Vishal is going to cover that in this curriculum for you. But if you get certified, that's gonna give you brownie points. Okay, so and then we're gonna give you some use cases which you're practicing in the training program, and we will make a resume, a transferable resume for you. what you're training over here in the classes, and which you can show that as a capstone project in your resume, and that's how you market yourself. And whatever is your previous skill, we can make sure use those skills as a transferable skill for you.
Okay, so
How do I get
in this,
certification on admin service now? Sorry, go ahead, Sudipta, go ahead.
yeah, so
Go ahead.
in this course, I saw we will get some Scrum Master certificate. So what about the ServiceNow something administrator? We will get something like this experience also?
Great question. See, this training is of two phases. It has two phases. First phase is ServiceNow admin training, where we want you to understand the complete workflow. As an admin, how do you work from the user interface? How do you configure the tool? And how do you work with integration projects? Okay, that's your first part of your learning. And of course, to show the knowledge, you do have to have the admin certification. That's must. Okay, and some of you guys who are new to IT, it's very convenient for you to move in as a BA. You don't need to know any coding. It's all about helping and facilitating in the development projects, right? So business analyst is a very fond of it's a required right now because there's a lot of deployment going on. So for a business analyst, yes, you need to take a Scrum Master certification. Also, you can also take ServiceNow Agile certification too. You can also consider that. Okay, so this is how you need to architect your resume and have a go-to strategy in today's job market. You have to have a strategy to approach the market. If you don't have a strategy, then you are waiting for a job for a long time. So you need to stand out. So stand out with proper certifications which can attract the recruiters. Does it make sense, Sudipto?
Yes, yes. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
but if you still have any questions, you can always reach out to me offline. We can have a detailed talk, right? So
Yeah,
some
yeah,
questions
sure.
in the chat. How do I get certification admin ServiceNow? You need to take the ServiceNow certification from ServiceNow, the admin certification. Okay, and you need to register, and then it's a $300. You need to do an admin certification from there. We will give you the dumps and the questions from our archive. We'll pass that to you. What's the duration of getting a certification done? Some of them will do it in 2 months. Somebody will do it in 1 month. It depends on each individual. Okay. Any other questions, guys?
Is this certificate mandatory for ServiceNow period, like
It's a must.
ServiceNow
It's a must.
admin?
It's a must.
Okay.
It's a must. Without this certification, your resume won't even get selected.
Okay.
Okay. What else? Is Scrum Master included in the ServiceNow? No, sir. Scrum Master is a separate certification. You will do that after we complete the full stack BA training. So I do want to talk about a little bit about the business analyst training. It is an IT business analyst training where we will help you learn different business analyst techniques where you could be working in a lot of data related projects, how to do data modeling, how to do data mapping, how to work in a migration projects, how to help projects migrate from a legacy system to a staging system, from on-prem to cloud. What is the role of a BA? What is the role of a BA in a software development? How do we write the requirements? How do we deliver the requirements to the developers? How do we help the sprints? How do we work in the deployment? Operations and maintenance. So it's a very detailed training program which will be delivered to you in the second phase. A combination of service knowledge and a combination of technical business analyst training will get you job ready for the market as per today's requirement. Okay. Any other questions, guys? All good? Divang, Lata, Ishrat, Abid Hussain, you guys didn't ask me any question. You
I
guys
have
are
a
all good?
question. Excuse me,
Go
I have
ahead,
a
Sudhir.
question.
Yes,
Yeah,
Sudhir, go
the
ahead.
Scrum Master certification that is part of this training, are we going to pay for it again?
Yes, sir. You can. There are some organization you can take your Scrum Master certification from Scrum Alliance, Scrum.org. These companies are just a brand. Okay, they are very expensive. They can cost you somewhere around $300 to $400, right? But you can do the certification from International Scrum Institute. It only will cost you 50 USD. Okay, we will give you the link when you get there. So having a Scrum Master is looks good for your BA profile because you'll be working in sprint in development and you need to understand how the Scrum framework works. So you need that certification, but certification alone will not give you a job. Your knowledge, what you show in the interview, which will make the difference. Okay. Sunday, did I answer your question?
Yeah, so we are going to have the practical knowledge with you. Is that what you're saying?
Sorry, come again.
I mean, does it mean you're going to show the practical, knowledge on how the Scrum works aside the certification?
Of course, you're going to understand the complete cycle of for a project from inception to deployment. You will have interview questions. They will ask you, have you done any project from inception to deployment? Have you done? So yes, you need to have a complete knowledge from identifying what is the business bottleneck issue, documenting, having those requirements, elicitation meetings, JAD meetings, different kind of analysis technique. There are different tools engaged in it. You will learn as a BA how to write user stories, how to write technical acceptance criteria, the whole process of whatever BAs do. You only need to know what BAs do, but we will give you a complete 360-degree overview of your project team because everybody has a role to play here. So you're going to get a complete. So you guys, it's good for you to do the BA training because BA is a practice, it's a framework, it's used by different managers, and especially if you're in a software development like going into IT, it's very important to understand how software development works and what are the key partners who are working with you, what are their metrics, how are you contributing, because you all are going to work together, right? So it's important for us to understand what is your contribution. Having a ServiceNow knowledge helps you to be a subject matter expert as a BA, and it will help you to have the educated conversation with your clients, with your stakeholders, and you will be able to understand what your solution architects are planning to deploy the ServiceNow tool, right? What kind of integrations? So having a knowledge of ServiceNow, having a knowledge of business analyst development will make you complete, right? So that is what this program is all about. So did I answer your question?
Yes, you did.
Okay, then. So, we have one more session coming up on Friday. You have the first three sessions absolutely complimentary. We will upload these, recordings to our YouTube channel, and you can go through that. And if you have not created the developer instance, please ask, Vishal, and he will help you create the developer instance for you. We will go into practicals very soon. And the next session is also complimentary for you, which is coming up on Friday. After that, you can express your interest, and then we will start enrolling you into the program. Okay, guys? Any other questions before we close?
This program is supposed to be how many?
I'm sorry, come again?
I said this program is supposed to be how many months to learn all this ServiceNow, everything about ServiceNow. How many months?
Thank you. The ServiceNow alone, Tajuddin, it's going to take you 2 months. Okay? Because we have to teach you a lot of things here. Okay? And BA is another 30 to 40 hours from there. So give and take 2.5 months to 3 months. Keep it. Give and take. Okay? You're looking at $300, Ralph. ServiceNow certification cost. Okay. All right. So I know guys are coming from different locations, different time zones. I don't want to hold you long. You can, if you have anybody has a question, I would really recommend you to book a time with me with my calendar link, which I'm going to send you. It's important for you guys to have the clarity and don't get overwhelmed. It's totally doable. Okay. There are a lot of jargons we are using. Okay. It's important for you to start understanding those jargons. Let your mind process what Vishal is talking. It takes your mind to prepare you for this technology. Okay. You have to understand today to move into an IT job, you cannot just study at a high level. You're wasting your time. You need to get into the bottom of it, get into the weeds of it. You really need to understand how the technology works. What is that your role in it? What is the role as a functional consultant? So you really need to get into the bottom of it. Give time for you to process and understand the concepts. Work hard towards it. It's a skill worth it. For the next 10 years, I don't see any reason why you need to upgrade to a different skill because ServiceNow itself is a cloud-based tool and it's also going to generic AI too. All right, so it's worth the career for all the guys from US and in Canada and in India. All right, guys. So I'll let you go, and you all have a great night, and I'll see you guys back on Friday. And any
Thank you.
questions, you know how to reach me. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Have yourself a great night.
Thank you.